So the goal is to finish listing all of this stuff today. It is currently just shy of 5 p.m. So we will see if we can get this done today or not. I have no idea if we can. I hope we can, but I'll get to work. So I was just working on going through all of the Technic axles, but due to the just unique shape, like how every side is exactly the same and it trips your eyes out a little bit when you go through them. I was going to be listing these ones here, which go for about 25 cents each, but yeah, my glasses prescriptions haven't been upgraded in several years, and just looking at the few that I've uploaded so far from those ones there just are hurting my eyes. It's so weird because it's just like staring at like that on all of them for who knows how many repeated. Yeah, I can't list the rest of these ones, but I'll be able to get these ones here. But then yeah, that'll save a bit of time. So then I was just going through them, and these ones here, I just can't tell for the life of me if they are real or fake. It looks different on the end than most do. That's the one side, and this here is the other side. However, that one's actually dirty, didn't even see that. But then this one here, it's not like these things are impossible to find. They're worth about $5-6 each, but like you even had one in a Chima set, and then I know I had either one or both of these in different lots, and I'm fairly certain I've had probably at least several of these ones in the different lots that were part of this where the stuff was taken from, and I'm pretty sure I've had a couple of those as well and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that in all likelihood they are real. However, they feel so off, like it's almost like a different plastic. That one there is dirty, and I'm just not going to keep that one. I know it could be clean, but just because it might not be real, I won't list that. But then for these ones here, they might be real, but whenever you're not confident in something, you shouldn't be listing it. So I will put it in the box here, and then when I create the auction, I probably won't include them in the pictures, but then I'll just include them with this, just that the person who gets it, in case they are real, that way they aren't thrown out or anything like that. And then if they can determine they're real, if the person wants to keep them, it's up to them. But yeah, then I'll just do that with that. But yeah, then slowly working away at the pile here, and hopefully can get this finished today. So I finally got it all done. It took a bit longer. It's 11:47 p.m. But yeah, 1,174 items, 256 lots for $1,362.14 is now uploaded, and the table is clear. And the stack of empty containers is quite tall. So yeah, not sure where I'm gonna be putting those. Yogurt time. So then just got the mat in the mail today. So yeah, then now we have the tripod and the mat. So potentially if I do film some Lego minifigure haul videos again, I could potentially do a setup something like this and try to adjust things so that wouldn't be shown there or anything like that. But yeah, then have a nice big table area open, and then for example I could do some minifigure hauls because it could actually fit on the camera now, because for reference the last few that I filmed were like over a year ago or something, and they were at this table here, but yeah, this thing barely even fits here in reference, and then it had the background, and then the weird colored background made it difficult to see the Lego and all of that stuff. But then now I could, in theory, film here, like mentioned, get rid of that somehow, but then yeah, could have a really nice place to open up some minifigure hauls. So that will be exciting if I can film some of that stuff again. And then I was thinking that what I might do for that stuff there is, for minifigure hauls, instead of showing what I get in all of the hauls here when I get them from the purchases, what I'll do is I'll take out the minifigures and keep it a surprise, and then I'll go through those because it is still a minifigure haul and stuff like that. And so I might use that as the source for the minifigure hauls and stuff like that, because that'll keep things real exciting, hopefully, potentially. So yeah, oh, phone's ringing. But then yeah, so I am Happy to get this in the mail, but yeah, like expected, it is much longer than needed, but it's the only one that really had the height and a nice background and stuff like that. So then, yeah, it should work. No problem with it being too long, better than that, than being too short. But yeah, then I am now, since all of the stuff is listed, I got to clean up that table again because now I have to, before we can go through that box there, then I am going to have to get all of the stuff on the floor here and those boxes there all listed by the pound on eBay. So I am going to get started on that. And all of this stuff here will be listed. And then I'll have to bring it up to the eBay room because I'm not doing auctions on this stuff. So then it will be, who knows how long it'll be listed for, but then we can get it listed and then get it out of here. Yeah, then I will get to work. And then also potentially when I process this one here, then I will be able to get the pound listing thing created on eBay. So then I might do one of those things where it's like buy 1 pound. It's like, because I want this to get the stuff sold as fast as possible. So I might do like 1 pound for $5 or something, but then I could do buy like 4 pounds, get 1 pound free. So then it would be 5 pounds for $20 or something like that. And then just keep doing that and stuff like that. So we'll have to see how well that will work, because if all goes well, I'll be getting hundreds and hundreds of pounds a month in. And so I need to get rid of hundreds and hundreds of pounds a month. And because at auction, it sold for I think like $4 a pound or something. So then if I can do buy it now, it's for like $5 a pound. Then we'll see how that works. I might do a higher price, might do lower, I'm not sure. But yeah, then I will get to work on this and see how long this takes. And then once that's done, then get the eBay cartridge added, potentially the sticker parts added to Bricklink, figure out what to do with the other things in here, because I need to get some pictures of some of this stuff potentially. But yeah, then I will get to work now. So yeah, then I got the first one listed because I was just trying to do some research, and when looking up Lego gray bricks pounds, you can see like 2 pounds for 33, so that's about $15 a pound. $15 a pound. This one's $30 a pound, which seems quite high. But then 1 pound for 17, 1.5 pounds for 17, 2 pounds for 35. So if you look at them, for the most part, not all of them, like that one there, it's a little bit under and stuff like that. But in general, it seems to be roughly $15 a pound for gray bricks in general from all the different things I can see. But then this one here is 18.7 pounds. So times that by 15, so that's $280. So for now, I just put it at $249.99. So yeah, I have no idea if there's going to be interest in this. If it sells at that, great. But then if it doesn't sell, then after like a couple months, I can drop it to like $225. If it still doesn't sell, I can keep dropping it and stuff like that. But like they say, if you don't know the exact price of something, then start high. You can always drop the price, but you can't raise the price if it sells. So then that is what that is listed for. And so yeah, then now that is just the one that I was able to get listed real quickly, because that was the auction that the buyer never paid, and that was the auction has sold for like $50, I think, so it was real cheap, but the buyer didn't pay for that one. And I got a whole bunch of bags here I'll just put here. Yeah, then I can get that first box out of here. But yeah, then it is going to take quite a while. I got the scale here, and that's just a piece of onion peel or something there. Always put that stuff closer there. But then yeah, I am going to start trying to get all this stuff done. So yeah, then just a quick check-in on our current sorting stuff. So we got just boxes everywhere, and time to start getting it listed. So yeah, then the 3 gray containers are now listed. 2 of them were in those ones there, and then the one that I was able to list earlier quickly, that was in one of those. But yeah, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 left, if I'm kind of quickly. I'm not sure if I counted those. But yeah, then yeah, we'll get back to work. Probably first finish up with the 1x bricks, and then the slopes, because we got the listings for the gray versions of those up. Yeah, then just get it all listed. One by bricks done. Now onto the slopes. So just finished with the slopes now. So the slopes, the 1 by and the 1 container of the 2 by bricks, and then all of the light bluish gray bricks are now uploaded and upstairs. And so we have the plate modified. I put the corner plate things in there with the rest of like the wedges and stuff, just because technically you could argue they're plate modified and there's nowhere else to really put them. And then we have the thing of stuff that is just all random stuff, not any specific category. Then we got the brick modified, got 3 things of wheels, and then after that we have the Technic 1 by bricks, like 1 by 1 jumpers, Bionicle, and tiles. And yeah, then after that it will be done, but that is still going to take a little while. But yeah, good progress. And you know things are getting serious when you pull out your Bricklink calculator. So then all of the Lego is now listed and in the eBay room. So yeah, then it is all listed now, and yeah, it is empty, and it almost echoes a little bit in here now. But yeah, then we have all of the empty shoe boxes here, and that stack that is definitely going to fall over at some point. And there's actually even more of those containers over there on that chair, right there. However, despite all of that, I was still unable to locate the 2 boxes that were missing. Yeah, I have no idea where they actually is at. One of them over there. Let's see. Let me bring that a bit closer if I can. Let's grab that. And yep, that's one of them. So we found one of the boxes that's been missing. But unfortunately, we don't know where the other one is. So we still have 1 box missing somewhere. Yeah, no idea where. But we found the one, so that's good at least. So then I'll just grab a lid for that and put that on top there. And 228s right here. So we are missing box 227, whereabouts unknown. But yeah, then that is there. So I'm going to calculate the total weight of what we had listed. And yes, this here is not the box. And yeah, so I'll check the weight now of what was listed, and then we'll see how much that was. So listed approximately 468.7 pounds of used Lego. And yeah, like I mentioned, I priced it high because you can lower the price, but also I do not want to have to carry it all back down to sell it too soon or anything like that. So its current price is $4,000, but the prices will likely be dropped slowly over the next year or so that I sell them. But yeah, then that is now done. But I am exhausted. I am not going to be working on these tonight, most likely, unless for some reason I decide to, which would be weird, but who knows. But then, yeah, I still have to pull a couple hundred lots tonight for some orders. But yeah, then that is now done. So the sale has now started for all of the used parts that I was talking about. So yeah, and that is done. But yeah, I should probably get to pulling orders now. So then, since I've got nowhere else to put them, I decided I'll be stacking up my containers over there. Then I got the stand set up a little bit. The foot is slightly not as much on the camera anymore. If I can get this here for that, but then yeah, as you can see, it still is right over there. So potentially for the videos, I'll just crop the videos so that they are not there, and then that might work. But yeah, then I'm gonna start pulling orders. No idea if I'll finish tonight, but then tomorrow, once everything is shipped out, then I can start trying to sort out this container here, see if we need to get the LED lights up or order more or what for that. But yeah, then from now on, I am going to, until the used parts are all sold from over here in the boxes and stuff like that, then no more things will be listed on Bricklink. And we will be spending that time just shipping orders out because there's a lot of stuff to sell. and then also buying inventory, sorting it, and stuff like that for the stuff we want to list, and then getting all that fun stuff sorted out. So yeah, so tomorrow sort that stuff out, and then possibly tomorrow I should hopefully be able to get that done without too much time, and then so hopefully tomorrow then we can start taking a look at this box here, and then yeah, tomorrow will be Wednesday, which will probably be well, yeah, it should, unless things change, be the last vlog until it returns like mentioned prior. But yeah, then I will start pulling orders. So then from the eBay room, sold two things. First up is Mirror's Edge. That one was $4.50, I believe. And the other one, which we have to get around the Lego to get, is one of these Obi-Wan ones here for 20 bucks, I believe. Yogurt thing. So orders are now shipped out, so that is done. So then now it is time to get this box here sorted out. Just wanted to double check that wasn't the box that was numbered. So yeah, then for this box we have several things to do. First up, we got these things that we need to add to Bricklink. They're sticker counterparts. Normally it takes a little bit to add these, so they just kind of sat in the container for a while. So then I'll try to get that stuff done. Then there is some of these ones here, which apparently one of them was missing as well. Oh yeah, those ones there. So I have to keep those aside and then include them with Cyto Brick's next order. Because those need to be added, and he said he's willing to do that, so I'll send those to that one. Then I have to figure out this here, because this here is a counterpart, so probably needs the same thing done with being added. Then we got these two things here that need images. This here is a Lego set that at least the last time I checked wasn't on Bricklink, though it's entirely possible I missed it. This was one of those Lego store building one things. So then there's that one there, and then add the image for this one, and then see if I place an order, though I'll probably wait on that again. So I will place this somewhere that I totally won't forget about it or anything like that, inside of the covered with a mustard that we will let go bad because it's mustard, and I missed that, so I'll put that right there so I'll remember about it perfectly without ever forgetting totally. But yeah, then I will get to work on some of this stuff. Got a whole bunch of eBay cards to rebuild as well, so once this is done and figured out, then we can start on that, and I'm hoping we can start taking a look at that today, but I'm not sure how long this will take. It's currently 8 p.m., so yeah, I'll get to work. Well, it looks like I am just extremely forgetful because I searched it up and it turns out I had already added it to the catalog almost 2 years ago. So yeah, I guess that is done, but I didn't add the dimensions for it, so I guess I will get to work on that. But yeah, someone added the inventory, so that's good. So yeah, then I guess that is done. But when we look at the price guide, it does seem to actually have a little bit of value. So I wasn't really planning on listing anything more, but yeah, we'll have to see if I list that or something, or I might just leave that to later. But I've got 2 of the cars for the set, so I do have that. But yeah, then yeah, add the dimensions and that's done. Just added the picture for that, so that's done. So yeah, then I will just work on this stuff then. So that stuff there is now done, so I can just put that aside there, because these 2 here were already in the catalog. So then these 2 here were identical, and then the 2 tiles over there were identical as well, so only needed to add the 1 tile, the 1 slope, this big tile, and then this cone. So that there is done. So yeah, then I'm going to work on rebuilding the eBay cards, which will probably take a little while, but as long as it takes less than about 2 hours or so, then I should have at least a little bit of time to start looking through that box finally. So then I decided that for these ones, I'll divide them into 3 piles. One is ones that I should be able to rebuild from sets that I hope to part out at some point in the future. So I'll set those on top of the ones that I probably won't list again, because totally won't get those confused. Then I have this stack here, which is ones that I am pretty confident that I can't rebuild, at least not too easily. So I'll set those here since I still will be rebuilding those throughout the year and stuff like that. So that's not one of the things that kind of needs to be done in that sense before all the other stuff. And then I have the small pile of ones here that I'm fairly certain I can rebuild. 100% almost. I'm not sure about Finn, but I should have the other ones here for rebuilding. So then I will rebuild those ones and then, yeah, just do that for now. So the cards are now rebuilt, so time to take a look now. So yeah, then I have the first one that I'm going to go through here. And for reference, this one was, let me get up the thing. Here it is, don't want to show any details. This one is 15 kilos of parts, so that's 33 pounds. So this one here, this is the images I had to go off of. This one here is just more so a test, for lack of better words, of just like what I could get from eBay and stuff like that. And so then this one here, let me go here. Its total was $459, but the 15 tax I'd get back. So it's about 400 and let me see, minus $407 about for this. So $407. So if my hope is to hopefully be able to get 2 to 3 pounds of cool parts to list out of it, but I have no idea. But then going to start on this and we will see what happens. This here, of all of the ones I got, I think it's the highest dollar per pound I paid. Well, I'm not entirely sure of that actually, because that's $400 for 33 pounds, so just over $10 a pound. Yeah, I think some of the others I might have paid a bit more. I know some I paid a lot less. I think this one here I paid just over $10 a pound for that one with its containers on the side and stuff like that there. Yeah, that's no idea, but yeah, we'll see. And I will start going through this. And yeah, once this box here is done, and probably these ones here because I want to get them out of here because they stink, like the containers themselves, not really the Lego. Then it will be the end of the vlog before the break. Yeah, I'll start looking through it then. But the one thing I do want to do to be on the safe side is I am going to be wearing gloves whenever I start going through the used lots before the stuff gets washed, because the current plan is go through the lots, then just wash the stuff that I am going to list. I don't have the cool washing thing yet, but then yeah, basically I want to avoid touching most of it until it gets the cool wash, just because some of the stuff gets quite nasty. But yeah, then since I haven't done one of these in this specific way before, I don't exactly have a specific system set up. But what I was thinking is that I will keep the box here. I'll grab an empty container when I have one, which I don't have any right now, which I'll then put on the side there. Then I will have a sorting tray here, and then I will have 2 containers somewhere there. And then basically I'll grab some of the parts, put them on the tray. I'll put minifigure parts and such in one of them. Then I'll put non-minifigure parts, but parts that I want to list, in the other container. And then all of the bulk on the container that'll be there. And yeah, that is my current idea for going through this, and then the fake stuff just throw out and stuff like that. Yeah, then I shall start to look through this stuff, and I am nearly 100% certain this bubble wrap did not do too much to help, but you never know. And I have some spare bubble wrap that I can just melt it. It doesn't stink or anything, so I can reuse this for when I ship something out eventually. But yeah, then I will start with this now. Yogurt thing. So yeah, then I am still working on the stuff here. Yeah, so this vlog normally would end here. But since today is the last day before vacation, we are going to keep recording until this box and the three kings on the top there are done. So yeah, we have this much left, and I was thinking that I'm going to actually start just keeping all the Nerf darts that I find, because I find so many of them, and that would be cool to kind of keep from all the different lots. Currently, I'm up 15 cents already in cash from it. I'd say a good amount of the lots have money in them. It's not every single one, but a good amount at least. But yeah, then making some progress. Currently have this much stuff here. So it's a little bit less on that than I was expecting, but this here was one that I knew wasn't necessarily the best per se of all of the different lots, but still nonetheless, there is lots of bulk from it. And then still getting some good parts, like this here's like $6-7 and stuff like that. So there's still lots of good stuff. I'm pretty confident I'll still make my money back and things like that. But yeah, we'll just keep going through it and see what else we find. So just finished with going through the stuff. So we have this box here of all of the different parts that are just regular that will be sold by the pound. And then we have there's probably like 3 or so of these containers of parts that were just not Lego or just badly damaged and stuff like that was thrown out. Then I got this stuff here that's just random stuff that for some reason I didn't put in the normal one, so then that stuff will go there as well. Then we have the container of non-minifigure parts that will be listed. So that is this stuff here. And then, actually, let me just set this down for a moment, and I just realized that I accidentally dropped my chair. But then, let me just dump these ones into here for now, and then I will close this bag up, and then let's grab that. So we will change that to pounds there. So we ended up with because these here I honestly would put at a similar value in the sense of minifigure parts. So we ended up with 1.48 pounds. So I was hoping for 2 to 3 pounds, but ended up with about 1.5. So it's not too terribly bad considering it's a test and stuff like that. And this here was one of the ones that was at the higher price point, and it seems like compared to a lot of the other ones, it was really low on the minifigure quantity wise, but there were some really nice ones in here. Like there was it's here somewhere. See if I can find it again. It's just a torso. I should probably pick the chair up. But then it was, is this it? No, it is a torso here somewhere. Trying to find where that torso is. Well, I'll quickly find it then. So it's right here, but that is the Quicksilver torso. So that torso is like $50-60 and stuff like that. But yeah, then so this one was roughly 400. So let's just say, well, these ones here are like 11. Well, the minifig ones are like 1100 plus something on shipping. So just to make the math simple, $1,200 for 5 pounds. So this here was a third of the price at $400. So a third of 5. This is simple math, but just to make sure I don't mess it up, 5 divided by 3, 1.66 pounds. So yeah, we just paid slightly more for this, but that doesn't take into account the bulk, which I can't weigh on that scale because it'll probably be over the limit. But then I'd say we ended up with probably around 20 pounds or so of bulk. So then if we were able to get on the low end about $5 a pound for that, that would be, say, 20, so that'd be $100. So that would lower our cost from $400 to $300. So then at that point, it would be pretty similar for this here as opposed to just buying the stuff here. But yeah, this here was, like mentioned several times, one of the higher priced ones of the stuff that I purchased. So then if we use that as a basis, then it is currently pretty similar to just buying it by the pound for these ones here. But then now that that is done, we can go through some of the other stuff slowly and hopefully get some of the better ones. Like, for example, this one here, I only paid, there's like $40 or something like that, and there's like electrical things in here and stuff like that that's worth a whole bunch. So some of them it's like way more obvious that it'll be profitable and stuff like that, and then there's other ones like that one where it's just like you have to get a whole bunch of data to figure out what to do, what not to do. So in order to get the data, you have to do a lot of purchases, lose money on some, make money on some, make less, make more, and all that type of stuff. And then after you do that for a long time, then you'll start to get the very valuable data that's very much worth the cost of the ones that you might lose money on or make less on, because it all works out in the end for learning stuff. And then we ended up with 25, 20, so 50, 60, 70 cents in cash in there. And then we got some instruction manuals. Just want to double check these guys have dimensions on Bricklink and stuff. Then I will recycle those. Ended up with a good amount of Nerf darts and stuff like that. I was debating whether or not I should keep the marbles as well, but then I was like, yeah, I just won't, so that I just might as well keep the Nerf darts, I guess. So we will be keeping a box of the Nerf darts. No idea what I'm going to do with them. I don't have any Nerf guns. I've never owned a Nerf gun. I have for resale, but not for personal. So it's just because it's funny how many Nerf darts are in these things. So if I just keep these things from all the different lots, it'll be interesting to see how much it builds up. So we'll just put that there. And then might as well just put it right there, I guess. And then might as well also just keep all of the cash here in a container as well, since that will be interesting to see how much that builds up. And then you can always take it to one of those coin machine things and then get that exchanged. So I guess those are the non-Lego things that I'll be keeping an eye out for from lots. But yeah, then get this finished up, take those 3 containers there, sort them, and then it will be the end of the vlog. So yeah, then, so now that one is done, it's time to start on these 3, which should go really quickly because there's just a lot of bulky stuff and non-Lego things mixed in. But yeah, then like that one, how I was mentioning that it was already like one of the ones that I paid the higher price point for testing and stuff like that. This one here is not one that I purchased in a sense to make money, for lack of better words. This one here was just $150 for these 3, but its main goal was not for reselling in that sense. The main goal was to try and sort out a thing, because there's a family friend who helps pick up stuff, and so this one here is just perfect timing. It was nearby, and that was just to get that all sorted out. So it's already paid for itself for being able to figure that out, because then now it will open the opportunity to getting new lots and stuff like that. But then at $150 for this one, it's almost difficult to go wrong, because you just need to get $150 back, but it's a smaller one. But there is a lot of older superheroes and stuff in here, and I don't know exactly everything that's in here. All I know is that the containers themselves are dirty, and that one I'll wait till I put down the camera. But then, yeah, I will go through these ones, and then hopefully this doesn't take too long, and then we will look at this stuff, and then it'll be the end of the vlog. So then, just finished now with the other one. I forgot to go through the instructions, so I'll do that in a minute. But then ended up with these here of the parts that will be listed. So let's change that to pounds. So of minifigure parts, we got about half a pound. And then of the parts over there, together just shy of a pound. So yeah, then like mentioned, this one here was paid off for with just getting the whole system sorted out and stuff like that for future ones. But overall, still not bad. I'm very confident that I'll still be able to make my money back and even make a decent return on this. There's a lot of the older superhero stuff, like dark blue Batman stuff. We got Two-Face. We got some Ninja Turtles. I think that's Splinter is his name, and his legs are over there, and that's like $30. Then there's some older Star Wars stuff and a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, I'm very confident. Actually, the Bane, I think that is his name, is in there. Let's see how much that one goes for as well. But yeah, still a decent buy, but we will see eventually when it gets listed. I think it's this on here. Yeah, so it's $7 for that one. But yeah, we'll see when it eventually gets listed. But I am fairly certain that it is still a good buy. Yeah, then put this bag of minifigure parts onto the pile, this container over here with that stuff, and then from this lot we got 2 Nerf darts that we will add to the pile. One of them I did throw out because they're just horribly damaged. We did get no money in this one, so there's that. Yeah, then that is now done. Got this random Optimus Prime truck from Hasbro, so I'm just going to see if that's anything there. But then, yeah, that is now done. And yeah, then I will, yeah, I decided to keep these on the side here. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep all of the large base plates that I get from the lots, because I don't like listing them individually. So then what I'll do is then once I get a good amount of them, then I can wash them off and then I can list them on eBay in one go. And then that'll just simplify things a whole bunch. But yeah, then that is there. And the second one, like all the stuff from these here, had a lot of hair in it. So I was, most of the time was just spent taking the hair out because that's something that's always seems to be in that stuff. Yeah, then there's that. Yeah, then I will take a look at this. And then after that, it'll probably be the end of the vlog. So yeah, then that is now all done. Yeah, that was the last thing I wanted to do for the vlog, just so that that stuff was just finished. So yeah, then since this is the last vlog for a little bit, I'll just go over what I had said in several previous vlogs one more time since this is the last clip. But basically, vlogs are stopping for a little while. Because I finished with the backlog, and the plan for quite a while, once the backlog was finished, is to work on some stuff that wasn't related to selling Lego for a while. So taking a bit of time off of this, it's probably going to be like only a couple weeks or less or something. But then the thing is, after that, I also want to create a backlog for videos and stuff like that, so that, like, for example, I can get a video ready today, and then it will be posted like 3-4 weeks later or something like that, just so that I can hopefully spend some more time working on editing it and stuff like that, because I'm recording this clip now and I upload this clip today. And then if I were to go do something that wasn't selling Lego and I got busy or something, then I might miss a vlog or something. But then, yeah, then this way it should hopefully be able to have it so I could like release videos at a set time every single time and stuff like that. So yeah, that was the other reason. So that means it'll probably be around a month or so until the next vlog is out. Maybe a bit more, a bit less, I'm not sure. And then I'm not entirely sure how I'll do it. I might go to one vlog per week or something. I'm not entirely sure yet. When I get back to editing vlogs, then I will start trying to think of more ideas for stuff like that and then figure it out then. But yeah, then in between now and then, what I'll probably be working on is going through this stuff, shipping out orders, because the sale will be hopefully, well, I mean, there's already a whole bunch of orders and stuff like that, so it'll be a lot of shipping orders out. So that will be one of the main focus points. The other one is sorting through all of this stuff here into the stuff like I did there with the stuff I sell by the pound, and then the stuff that I'm going to list individually. And then after that, there is also buying more Lego, so that I can try to have as much as possible for getting it already, because as mentioned, I can't list any new used Lego until next year when all the used stuff is sold out, because I'm completely changing up how it's all done. I want to basically have different things for setting it up to have a higher quality standard and stuff like that that's more consistent, because right now I've got all the used Lego I have is from when I first started selling until now, and when I first started selling, then it wasn't quite as high of a quality standard, and so then I'm still taking out some ones that I find that were bad from back then. And so what I want to do is I want to just sell all of the used stuff, And then after that, I can start fresh in that sense. And then also, in addition to that, if there's just that one reason, I could go and just sort by oldest lots and then adjust those and check those as needed. But there's also several other things. The one is that I no longer want to just be selling regular used parts. So if all goes well, I'll never list another used 2x2 red plate or something like that. Again, because I want to specialize in specific used parts, like just minifigure parts and cool parts and stuff like that. And then the rest of it sell by the pound and stuff like that. So that's reason number two. Reason number three is because all of my used drawers are most likely moving from here over to these drawers and stuff like that. So this will be my new used listed area. All of these are going to be going because now I won't have a need for them because I'll be listing the stuff right away. So then I don't need to have all the stuff sorted by all the themes and stuff like that. So that's the third reason. I feel like there might be another reason or something, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, then so that's the plan. So then I have until that's sold out, which if all goes well, should be late December, early January. So until then, I need to be getting a whole bunch of Lego, sorting it, because I can't do much else other than listing new sets as well, because I have some of those I need to part out. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be busy with. And so when the next vlog is out, it'll probably be me recording stuff from that. But yeah, so that's the plan for that. But yeah, then I am also potentially, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I might be filming some videos of going through some hauls that may or may not be released, even though the vlogs won't be back, because I might be doing that in the meantime. So those might be there. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, then I've got lots of stuff to do, get this stuff cleaned up, edit the vlog and everything like that. But then, yeah, hopefully the vlogs should be back sooner than later. But yeah, we made lots of progress in the past week. This area was completely filled up, and this is the first time that it's empty without the stuff just being shoved somewhere else for a very, very long time. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog. Thank you for watching if you got this far. And yeah, I'll get to editing the vlog now.